Tell you what, it really did make for a lovely afternoon. A live look from our RoofFix camera. You can see overcast skies without the sunshine. Temperatures haven't been able to rebound after the rain. And thankfully, we are going to start to see some sunshine. You'll notice visible satellite, more sunshine peeking through in northern Harris County. So if you're still socked in with cloud cover, Fort Bend County, don't worry, some sunshine is possible by sunset. As for right now, we have been seeing mostly dry conditions, a few showers just to the east of Liberty County. Otherwise, a rather mild night ahead. Temperatures currently sitting in the mid to upper 80s. Now, I know during the winter time this would be warm temperatures, but for August 4th, this is actually really nice, and you can thank the rainfall this morning because of it. Humidity is still out there, so it feels like the lower 90s, but through this evening, it should be really lovely. Only a 20% chance of showers. Lisa, as we go the next few days, a high pressure returns. I'll let you know what that does to our temperatures coming up.
We will see you soon. Caroline, thank you.
Dexter poses no threat to southeast Texas, the Gulf Coast, or the entire U.S. mainland, but it is our newest named storm. Visible satellite, you can see the center of the circulation, but this system not really going to have big impacts at all. It's making its way to the northeast into cooler water. As it moves into cooler water, the system will dissipate. We're also tracking an area, a tropical wave that's just exited the west coast of Africa. As it makes its way to the west, it does have a 50% chance of development over the next week, but this is about 10 to 12 days away from having any impact here in the United States. For those reasons, we'll talk about this system more next week. We also have this area off the Carolina coastline, a very similar setup to what we've seen the last several weeks. We're going to see tropical moisture move across Florida into the Gulf, and then that's going to increase our rain chances as we go towards the weekend. So as for the tropics, so far here in Houston, not dealing with any big threats. In fact, right now across the Houston area, we've been mostly quiet. You can see some of those thunderstorms out in Hardin County, now considered on the stronger side between Sour Lake and Hardin. 35-mile-per-hour winds, frequent lightning strikes, also tracking some showers and storms just to the east of Livingston up towards Corrigan. All in all, these showers and thunderstorms producing frequent lightning strikes and heavy downpours, so far staying severe. Our extended forecast. I've never heard of Dexter. That's because this is the first time we've used the name Dexter ever in the Atlantic. This list of names was from 2019 and Dexter replaced Dorian. You can see the center of the circulation here. Now this system not going to be impacting land. In fact, it's currently sitting in the central Atlantic and it's making its way to the northeast. As it continues to move to the northeast, first of all, it's staying over open waters. Second of all, as it continues to drift to the north into higher latitudes, it's going to move into much cooler waters. That means it's going subtropical and it's going to be losing all of its strength. Continuing, we are also tracking a region that just pushed offshore of West Africa. That's this tropical wave. As this system makes its way off to the west, it is going to move into an area of potential development, a 50% chance of development over the next 7 days. By the way, our next named storm, that's going to be Erin, E-R-I-N. Erin. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about this one because before it can even reach the United States, we still have about 10 to 12 days. So let's continue. The other region we're tracking is going to be this low chance of development over the next 7 days. Now, this system is going to eject itself off the Carolinas into the Atlantic, and that tropical moisture is going to move north over Florida into the northern Gulf. Sound familiar? It's the weather pattern we've been seeing over the past several weeks, and this means tropical moisture is going to be returning as we go towards the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, rain chances ramping right back up. As for what we've been dealing with today, well, we saw that line of storms this morning. Where you didn't see storms this morning, you're likely seeing storms this afternoon. We're talking Hardin County, a few of those showers already starting to dissipate. In fact, we had a pretty hefty thunderstorm just west of Sour Lake. Now just dealing with rain showers. And also off to the east of Lake Livingston. Look at this, north of Livingston, just to the east of Onalaska, a pretty heavy thunderstorm here. These thunderstorms, they're pulse thunderstorms. They form, They rain themselves out and then they dissipate. So these thunderstorms not going to be lasting very long, perhaps another hour to 90 minutes. But right now, a pretty nice day outside, not too bad for a Monday. We've got temperatures sitting in the mid to upper 80s, 87 here in Houston. As we go through the evening, temperatures slow to cool down, but all in all, a lot better than it usually is when we've got highs near 100. I'm KPRC2 meteorologist Caroline Brown. We've been tracking showers and thunderstorms. They rolled through the Houston area this morning, but by 1 o'clock, pushing their way off the coast, which is why this afternoon significantly better than this morning. Planning forecasts, we're still keeping a 20% chance of showers through the rest of the day, mainly just a light, pesky, constant rainfall. Shouldn't be anything too heavy. No severe weather threat. Temperatures also going to be significantly more pleasant. Definitely better than what we're expecting Tuesday and Wednesday. Rain chances will start to taper down by Wednesday. 98 degrees. I would not be surprised if some areas hit that triple-digit mark again. As for the tropics, well, we've got a lot going on. We've got this area off the Carolina coast that has a low chance of development, but it is expected to move west across northern Florida. That's going to enter the Gulf, and this is something we're going to monitor close. Another area we're tracking, it's this big orange blob. That's because a thunderstorm or a tropical wave has exited Western Africa, specifically off the coast of Dakar. As this system pushes its way across the Atlantic, it does show the potential of developing, but we've got a lot of time to talk about it. It likely won't even reach the Bahamas until about 12 days from now. Finally, we also have Tropical Storm Dexter. Now, Dexter poses no threat to Texas. In fact, it's not going to pose any threat to any land. It's going to continue to push its way through the northern Atlantic as it does, moving into much cooler waters. It will eventually dissipate. But Tropical Storm Dexter, one thing interesting about it is it's the first time the name Dexter has ever been used in the Atlantic Basin. That's because this year, our list of names, it replaced the list of names from 2019. And in 2019, Hurricane Dorian, that name was retired, and they replaced it with Dexter. So our extended forecast showing showers and storms possible on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. A high pressure system will build in from the west. That's going to be heating us up, but not last could. That's because we had showers this morning that really helped us cool down, and we've had cloud cover as we went through the afternoon. Because of this, it actually doesn't feel too bad. Now, there are a few thunderstorms for areas that didn't see the rain this morning. If you saw the rain this morning, our atmosphere's already worked over. Really not ripe for seeing additional storms. But look just to the east of Liberty County and Hardin County, and also up to the east of Lake Livingston, thunderstorms starting to emerge. Those are the locations that didn't see the rain this morning. Now, for most of us, we are dry and we are warm. You can see those storms continuing from Sour Lake all the way up through Livingston and Corrigan. These are going to be in place for likely the next hour or two. They should certainly start to taper off around 7 p.m. Now, temperatures not too bad, sitting in the mid to upper 80s, 87 here in Houston, 83 in Sugar Land. Factor in the humidity, feeling a bit warmer, but compared to what we're used to, especially at this time in the summer, it really doesn't feel too bad. Heat index only 91 degrees. Usually the heat index of 91, that's going to be happening around 10 a.m. in the morning. So this is why I'm trying to stress it's not too bad out there if you're a runner. This evening looks lovely. Temperatures staying in the 80s. We are keeping a 20% chance of an isolated shower. Not really going to see thunderstorms here in Houston. Now, over the next few days, rain chances only decreasing. Tomorrow, instead of seeing a line of storms in the morning, it's a more typical pattern, a 30% chance of an afternoon shower or storm. Now, by Wednesday, a high pressure system moves in. That's going to heat us up Wednesday and Thursday, 98 to 100 degrees. Lisa, it is going to be extremely hot, but that's not going to stick around for the weekend. I've got that full forecast coming up.